So earlier today, Nintendo released a video on YouTube basically explaining to the general audience what a game keycard is. Now, why they put out this video, I guess this is more for general public audiences. However, if you're a gamer like I am, or most people who own a Switch, you kind of already know what a game keycard is. And if you don't know, it's essentially just a Nintendo Switch cartridge that doesn't contain any game data. Essentially, it is a license. It is a key license to download the game from the internet onto your console. To use your game keycard, you have to have a working internet connection, and this allows you to sell back your used copy of this game in case you don't want it, right? Now, typically with digital games, once you purchase it, it is on your console. There's no way to sell your cartridge back, right? There's no way to sell your game. It's yours, and it is permanently yours as long as the servers are there. Now, if the servers go down and your SD card fails or your hard drive fails, you may or may not be able to get that data back. Now, with PC games, it's a little bit easier because there are ways to get the data saved. However, Nintendo is very strict against piracy, and if their servers ever fail, it's going to be very difficult or sketchy to try to download that data from the internet. Listen, I've downloaded games from the internet before, and I've gotten cease and desist letters from my internet service provider letting me know that they sniffed out my packets, and if I continue downloading these games, that they were going to discontinue my service. It happens. And no, I'm not going to buy a VPN. I just don't want to do that. Anyway, in the video, Nintendo shows a sample of two different cartridges and explains what the difference is. And in this video, we see that as a sample, they used their upcoming Nintendo game, Pokopia, which is a similar to Animal Crossing style game. It's a very cozy game. Now, the issue with this is, this might be letting us know that the upcoming Pokopia game is going to be the very first Nintendo first-party title for the Switch 2 that uses a game keycard. The day might finally be coming, guys. We might be actually getting a first-party Nintendo game keycard. However, I have to be upfront and tell you guys that this is only a sample, and we don't actually know if this is going to be the case, right? This can just be a sample and they just decided to use it, or they could have decided to show this in the video to kind of warm us up and try to get a feel for the idea of using Nintendo first-party games with game keycards. Now, I do not like game keycards. I think most people don't like game keycards, and instead of just explaining to you why, I can just show you this clip.
Of course, here's the close-up of the cartridge itself. Nothing too special going on here. But I guess we'll find out. We're gonna pop this in to the Switch 2 right now, and we'll do some early impressions here. It's nice that it's only a 4 gig download, so I can get it. I can get this one up a little bit faster, so I don't have to wait for it to download here. 4 gigs isn't the end of the world. Go ahead and download this. Checking software information. Can I download it? They usually don't take this long. Okay, it's actually taking its time. This is the first. I'm glad. This is why I had to go to record these. Oh, Nintendo servers are having some issues here, so I can't get it downloaded.
So again, I'm not really a fan of the game keycards, and there's two types of people. There are the people who are gonna blatantly defend Nintendo and say there's nothing wrong with this. Other companies already do this. And the first time Nintendo does something, you guys jump on it right away because you all hate Nintendo and you're all haters. Well, again, PlayStation games have data on the disc, and when it comes to Xbox, we already see the state of Xbox. They're not doing too good right now, are they? So that's not really a good argument. And the other type of person is the person who says, I don't get what the fuss is all about. What's wrong with downloading games from the internet? And again, if you explain to them and they just don't get it, they're just not gonna get it, right? The thing about Nintendo is, when you think about video game collecting, you always think about Nintendo, right? That's the number one thing you think about Nintendo, is all the way back to the NES days, right? Pat the NES Punk, the Game Chasers, right? The Angry Video Game Nerd. All these guys really brought the collecting market booming, right? And then later on we got resellers, and it got really not fun to collect anymore, but then we got the amiibos, and we got the really rare hardware like the Virtual Boy and all kinds of things. Collecting is the heart and soul of Nintendo, right? It reminds you of your childhood. It's something to look at and feel. It just feels like video gaming, right? True classic retro video gaming if you come from that generation, right? Now kids today, born in the mid to late 2000s, just, they don't care. Everything for them is digital, and you know, it's quick. You play a game, you get rid of it, you move on to the next one. But it just doesn't feel the same, right? And the older we get, the more we cherish these memories. So to see Nintendo start to move into the digital, it's starting to lose its identity, and it's kind of sad. It kind of breaks your heart. It's like watching your elderly parent who's suffering from memory loss, and every time they forget and they just, a little piece of them just goes away. It's very heartbreaking, right? So again, we don't know if this is going to be a game key card or if this is just a sample. But again, I don't know why Nintendo is doubling down on this. It's really sad to see, and hopefully this is not the case, because again, I'd much rather buy a Switch 1 version of a game and have the physical game data on the cartridge, and then download the Switch 2 update, the upgrade pack. That way I have the game on the cartridge, rather than just buy a game key card. I did this with the Final Fantasy Tactics Evil East Chronicles, because the Switch 2 version was only digital. So I bought the Switch 1 version, I have the game on the cartridge, and I could purchase the Switch 2 upgrade pack. You can do that with a lot of games. You can do that with Pac-Man, Repack, and a couple of other games. But it is what it is now. Hopefully, again, this is not the continuing trend. I've seen a lot of game key cards go on sale on clearance in some retail outlets because people are just not buying them. So we'll see, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Is Nintendo going to make their first party game key card with Pokopia? Who knows? Let me know what you guys think. Again, and if you really like this video, please leave a like and comment. And if you would love a kiss on the lips, go ahead and leave a super thanks, right? I'll give you one right on the cheek or the lips if you're nasty. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.